You're raving, you're raving, you're raving with RWR. Fabulous songwriters from Belgium and beyond, the lowlands, the highlands, and far across the pond. On Instagram and Facebook too, you can follow, like, and share. Please hit subscribe and join the tribe from the comfort of your chair. You're raving, you're raving, you're raving with RWR. Hello and good evening. You are raving with RWR, and I hope you're all doing fine and well. This is episode 58 here on my YouTube channel, Songs from the RWR Room, dedicated to singer-songwriters from Belgium and beyond. And as always, tonight's stream brought to us courtesy of G-Sharp Guitars, the world's finest travel electric guitars. How's everyone doing in these strange corona times? I hope you're all doing fine and well. It is Sunday, the 13th of December. And as always, I'm going to do a little bit of plug-in of the channel before we get into the guest and say and greet them to the channel. If you are watching on YouTube, please consider hitting that subscribe button down there and notification bell as well. Make sure you won't miss any future videos here on the channel. The live stream is a small part, but an important part of what I do here. There are several playlists of great songwriters that you may not want to miss or may want to check out on the different playlists. So please consider doing that. If you are watching on Facebook, please consider giving the old Facebook page a like at the RWR Room. You'll find us there, and also the same on Instagram. It'd be great if you could do that while we're waiting for the thousands to gather here for this live stream. Wherever you're watching from, let us know, and I might put your comment up on screen like so. Anne Rynne is there, straight in, good girl. She's meant to be in bed. She's up at 4:30 tomorrow, she said, but she's going to stick around for the stream. Good girl, Anne Rynne, one of the great stalwarts of the program. Thanks, Misha. Good to have you. Good to see you again. What else do we need to tell you? Yeah, of course, if you'd like to donate to the show, big or small, the virtual tip jar is always open there. Again, in the description below, you'll find it there, and the PayPal link is always there. Always appreciated, but never expected, as they say. Dennis Kelleher from Norwich is in as well. Lovely to see you, Dennis. Great to have you with us. So yeah, if you are watching live, let us know that you're there and that we have you on board with us. You're all very, very welcome to the program. Let's go over to County Clare without further ado and see if our dear friend Anne Rynne is in the house. Are you there, Anne? Hello, Anne Rynne.
Good evening, Dottie.
Hello, County Clare. It's a long way from Clare to here, apparently. I don't know.
Sure is. Absolutely delighted to be here, Dottie.
I'm absolutely delighted to have you on the program and on the show. It's been a while since we saw each other in person. It was when I was over with Katja that time. We were over in County Clare and we were doing a bit of recording, and Katja was playing music. No, it was 2019, I believe, but it was April 2019. So I think that's when we recorded this song for the RWR Room, which we will be playing in a little while. But but sure, it was like meeting another mammy. Sure, of course I knew Davo for a while, and it was we had a great old click.
We did.
We had a great old click when we met for the first time.
Yeah.
Couple more quick hellos there to Chris in Germany as well. People watching from everywhere. Of course, Katja is there as well from downtown. Hello, Katja. Good to see you. Yeah. Who else have we got?
Dennis Kelleher. Marvelous man, Dennis Kelleher. Wow.
Yeah, Dennis was dropping in there as well. There he is. He's over in Norwich. Wow. Great to see you too, Dennis.
He's brilliant. Yeah.
We have Eileen and Dowd as well.
Oh, Eileen is there. My sister from Sure. Hi, Eileen.
Hi, Eileen. Great to see you.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you.
Yeah.
And Stephen, my buddy and guitar man down the road as well. Stephen, thank you for joining us all here. Thank you all for joining us here.
Yeah, great.
It's mighty to see you. We have some live viewers, and if you have any more comments or questions later on as we go, lads, please feel free to send them in. But how has this lockdown been treating you, Anne? Did you? Some of the musicians I've been speaking to either buried themselves in work or really just kind of took a step back from the whole thing and kind of hibernated.
I suppose being the age I am, I'm one of those people who has had to I hate the word cocoon. Jakers, lads. But anyway, Davik and I decided, because we are elder folk, I suppose you'd call us, and we just decided to do, for the first time in our lives, to do what we were told. So we've been doing that, and quite happy to do that, because things are so serious and so dangerous that we just have to do it. But do you know what, Dahi? We're so lucky that we live where we live. I'm only literally 5 minutes from the Atlantic Ocean. I can every single day down in Seafield. I drive down to Seafield, which is a beautiful beach close by, and I just love it.
Gorgeous, I'd say.
Yeah, really beautiful, and the sea, to hear the waves crashing on the shore and to listen to the breeze. And I've written a couple of songs actually with those very words in them.
I mean, well, don't give away too many lyrics now on the show, because the songwriters, they'll be stealing. Like Katja Van Orton is trying to write songs as well at the moment. She'll be stealing lines, you know.
They're all there for sharing anyway. They're all there.
But your story is remarkable, and I mean, people who maybe don't know you on the show, you grew up in a house with two famous brothers, of course. Your brothers, you're from the Moore family, of course. Christy Moore, Barry Moore, aka Luca Bloom.
Yeah. Christy's my eldest brother, and Barry is my youngest brother. The bookends of the family, yeah.
They are.
I have to tell you about the others, because I can't do it without telling you about.
Yes, please do.
There's Christy, Eilish, my sister Eilish. Then there's me. Then there's my sister Terry, who's the only one left in Newbridge, our hometown. And there's Andy down in Cork and down in Rebel Country. And then Barry, also known as Luca Bloom. That's the six of us.
That's the six of you. Wow. And was there, what kind of, I mean, there must have been music all the time in the house, was there? And in County Kildare growing up, or what did it come later?
Music. I wouldn't say it was all the time, but there was definitely music, and Mommy encouraged us. We had music lessons, we had singing lessons, elocution lessons, all those kind of lessons. She was very happy for us to go and learn how to read music and all of that, you know. And what a great gift to give a child is to get them immersed in music, because if you're immersed in music, your life will be a very happy life, I think.
Who are you telling? Sure, look.
Yeah.
What a gift to get and to have carry around. If you never did it for a living, you know, to have that no weight to carry, as my mother used to say, and very true.
Nancy would say that as well. No weight to carry.
No weight to carry. That's a typical Irish expression. Yeah, it is. There's no weight to carry. But so I mean, your mum, of course, was also kind of a public figure, was she, as well as, you know, being the house?
Well, she got very involved in local politics after my father died, and when we were all very young, and she kind of took over his seat in the local county council, and she was very much a campaigner, and she was very much. Mammy was a real people person. She just loved people, and particularly those who were less fortunate than ourselves, who she was very anxious to help people to get their rights. And she was a fantastic role model for us, really fantastic. She was, and what a singer she was. Wow.
Was she a singer too? Yeah, she sounds like a mighty woman. Of course, in the early days, I would have heard your brother Christy talking about her a lot.
In
interviews. But so she sang quite well too, or just obviously for the fun. Yeah,
more than quite well. I mean, Mammy would have won the gold medal whatever year she did that festival, the Feshkiol. She won the gold medal that year, and that was a big.
Wow, big deal.
Yeah,
so she was a real deal singer.
Musicals, and she was great. She was great. You know, when Daddy died, when we were all very young, as I'm sure you know this story, but when we were all very, very young, and she had a tough chore to rear six of us. You know, really.
I can imagine that's heavy going now.
You know what helped her? The music. Saturday in our house, Mammy would sit down at the piano, and away we go. Brilliant. Yeah.
Wow, even played piano. Remarkable. Wow.
She was great. Yeah.
That must have, of course, and then of course that would have rubbed off big time. Then, of course, on Christy and all of you.
Well,
your sisters were
sing. Every single one of us can sing. Some more than others.
Your sisters were in a very popular band as well, even.
Eilish was a fantastic woman around music in Dublin for years. I ran the meeting place. She ran Mother Red Caps.
Mother
She
Red
ran
Cat.
loads of different festivals. She was part of a band called a woman's band called the Fallen Angels.
Fallen Angels, I remember.
I always laugh when I think of that, the Fallen Angels, because her daughter Roisin used to call them the Ballin' Angels.
The ball, really? The Falling Angels. I'm sure that went down well, did it?
Since you, where would you be without it?
Well, I want to say hello to a couple more people who've joined us since, if that's okay with you. And Enid Busser, am I saying that correctly? Buster.
Enid, yay!
Enid, nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in there. Absolutely lovely to see you. Tuned in. Somebody else, let me see. We had Eileen, Stephen, of course. Marianne is there. Nice to see you as well. Marianne, lovely Belgian lady friend of ours. And Joanne is here from New Jersey. Wow, all the way from New Jersey. Look at that, Joan.
See you. Wow, brilliant. Is my friend McCarthy in there yet? Wait till I get her.
I don't see McCarthy yet, but she, the night is young, as they say. The night is young, yeah. Well, look, that's great. Whether you're watching in Belgium or New Jersey or wherever you're, or in the UK, indeed in Norwich, you're all very, very welcome. And it's great to have you all here on board with us tonight. But yeah, before we play the first song, I mean, just to give people a background of your, you were 68 years old, and when you picked up the guitar for the first time, and like you've 2 albums later, here you are.
I was 64.
64,
Barry, Luca moved to County Clare about 9 years ago, and one day he was over here and we were drinking a cup of tea, and he says to me, "Why are you not singing?" And I got all flustered, and I just said, Barry, if I think somebody's going to ask me to sing a song, I get very nervous, and I just get nervous. And he said, the next thing he said to me was just mind blowing. He said, "Do you know when you're singing a song, you're delivering a message, and all you've got to do is remove yourself from the song and go and deliver the message." How did I not know that?
Good man. Yeah, sometimes it takes.
Yeah, and shortly after that, then Davog, my darling son, down in France. Is he up or down in France? He's down in France from where you are.
Down in France. Yeah.
Yeah, down in Lyon. Davog said, "Ma, will you learn a few more songs and come on over and we'll sing a few songs at a festival?" And I said, "Okay." So it was kind of coming from 2 sides. Pressure. It was just interesting.
Yeah.
And then about a month later, Barry walked into the house carrying a guitar, and he handed it to me and he said, "I am not giving you this guitar. I am loaning it to you for 50 years.
Wow.
You must play it every day." And it was the best present I ever, well, apart from my 5 children, it was the best present I ever. Marvelous. I love it.
What a great story, and fair play to Barry and to Davog. I'll put Davog's website up there as well if anyone wants to check out. So when when you talk about Davog, of course you're talking about your husband sometimes, and I think you're talking about Davog Jr. But of course, there's 2 Davogs in the house. That's all right.
There's a slight difference because the daddy is Davok, not Davog.
Of course, that's right.
Yeah.
Davog and Davog, indeed. Yeah. But I put his website up there, so I'm sure he's tuned in as well. Davog down in France, doing great work in poetry circles and in songwriting circles, and absolutely is. Let me see what Dennis Kelleher. There's Teresa McCarthy. All right.
Oh, I'm here.
Good girl, Teresa.
I love Teresa.
Fantastic. And Dennis Kelleher, great message from Dennis there. Your sister Eilish performed regularly in Ballyfermot, a lovely woman, and always accompanied Barry when he played the Phoenix Folk Club. He'd have us laughing between songs with his comments and intros, and Eilish would have us laughing with the loving comments and support for Barry. What a lovely comment, Dennis. Thank you.
That's beautiful, Dennis. Thank you. Yeah.
How lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I was talking to Eilish today, and happy to tell you she's well. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy to hear that as well. All the family are great.
Yes.
Before we chat more, let's go into a song. I've got this. When I was at the beginning when we first met, I had the good fortune to be introduced to you by Owen O'Neill, and we were down at the Glower Centre in Ennis, and I was recording a few singer songwriters, and you happened to be one of them, and I was so delighted to have you on board that day. and managed to get this great song called Sing from you for the channel. So I suppose it's a self-explanatory song, unless you want to say anything about it before I give it a spin.
I ever wrote. I wrote it about 2 weeks after. About 2 weeks after I launched my first album, I wrote this song.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
it tells the story itself. Yeah.
Sort of self-explanatory.
It is. Yeah.
But you're on great form that day, and I was delighted to be able to record this song and film it. And I'll give it a blast, and we'll be back in a few minutes, folks, with the great Anne Rynne. Give this a listen.
Thank you.
You clear your throat, then you just breathe in. You close your eyes, then you start to sing. This voice of mine is soaring. All I want to do all day is sing. Gently, gently sing your song. Remember you're the messenger, nothing is wrong. Remember to let go at the end of the line. Tell them nerves, go away, I'm fine. There ye are all listening now, I smile. I found me voice at 68, oh how I smile. My family and friends, they cheer, I smile. So grateful that you came to hear, I smile. Mom and Daddy guiding me along. The brother shows me how it's all done. From far and near the love, the words flow in. Thank you, Míle buíochas again. You clear your throat, then you just breathe in. You close your eyes, then you start to sing. This voice of mine is soaring. All I want to do all day is sing. There ye are all listening now, I smile. I found me voice at 68, oh how I smile. My family and friends, they cheer, I smile. So grateful that ye came to hear, I smile. All I want to do all day is sing. Thank you, Míle buíochas again.
Míle buíochas, absolutely.
Yeah.
Míle buíochas.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, such a great song. And do you get a chance to sing all day or almost all day?
I actually do. Barry asked me to play the guitar every day, and I play it every single day, and I sing every day. And
wow,
it has been such a lifesaver, really such a lifesaver in these tough times. It's just such a gift to have. Because you can great as well, Dahi, you can get lost in music. You can get totally lost.
Completely.
You can feel rotten of a day. You can feel in bad form, or you can feel tired, and you'd pick up the guitar and you just get away it goes, and you just it revitalizes you. It's and interestingly enough, I never actually understood the magic of it until I started singing seriously. Never understood it. And,
yeah, you got a different kick out of it, of course. Yeah.
Better late than never. I'll be forever grateful to Barry giving me this, giving me the push.
Well, and you're also, it's an amazing thing that he did, and we're all grateful to him for that. I think Katja van der Porten put a nail on the head there. She's saying that, Anne, she's been a great inspiration to me, realizing my life is not over now that I'm 50.
No way. Yeah. I mean,
you can answer Katja there.
I was actually 68 when I launched my first album, and then my second album I launched it in last year, and it was mainly my own songs, which is kind of mind blowing. I mean, what?
It's fabulous. That's the fact that you actually went into songwriting as well as recording and performing.
That's a whole process that I absolutely love. I just love it.
You love the process of writing, do you?
I do. Yeah, I'm completely fascinated by it. You know, you could be just writing words and words. You know, it's sort of what would you say?
Like taking notes as such.
Like taking notes, and then all of a sudden you spot a line in there, and you say, "Ooh, that might be promising." And then you start, and before you know it, you've written a song. I mean, what? Hello? Amazing! It's just amazing. I just love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My life, you know, my family are reared. Davik and I live here in the west of Ireland, and it's just such a beautiful thing to be able to do. You know, after it's such an it's inspiring. Whatever about me being inspiring for other people, I'm nearly inspiring myself.
Yeah, well, that you should. I think.
I just love it. I love it.
I just said earlier on, it's a very inspiring gift to have. You know, whether you're doing it for fun or doing it, you know, to make songs or to make records.
Yeah.
You should always, the feeling should always be there if possible. That feeling of self-inspiration, of escapism, whatever you get out of it, should be there with you. And I think you have that. I think it comes across very, very evidently.
And I think that said, like, I'm in the very happy position that I'm an old age pensioner, so I'm not dependent. I'm not dependent on my songs and my music for my living, because I'm kind of gone past all that. And so I feel very deeply for all of those musicians that have been so hard done by throughout this year, this challenging year, who have lost it. All of their work is gone. As well.
Yes, as well. I know, indeed.
You know? And I think that we all have to stand by and help in whatever way we can to get going again for them.
Yes,
you know?
I know. That is a very important message. I want to say hello to you as well from a couple of people here. My own daddy is over there in Shannonbridge in Offaly. Martin, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Dunnigan there. Great to see you. With lots of my friend Oystein is there. He says he's in a frozen hell. He lives in hell in Norway, so we have a viewer there from the town of Hell in Norway. How you doing, Oystein? Great to see you. And Joan is just saying that that was a powerful message to all women. Absolutely, Joan. How do you think, you know, apart from singing songs for the sake of singing them or writing them, you know, I know, you know, we said it before, there's more to it than just love songs and songs like that. You're very fond of songs that have a message. Maybe that comes from the Christy, same as Christy, same as Luca.
Well, it would come from the family, really. It would come from my mother's influence. Mommy was always a very political person and very caring person, and wanting to do right by people. And so, you know, for example, I think the next song you're going to play is the homeless children song.
We're looking at that one, for number 2,
Yeah, and I like a song that has a message in it. I like a song that gives people some hope, or shows them there's a different way of doing things, or, you know, that if there's a message there, my ear is out there. Yeah.
Pick up. Indeed.
Yeah.
A lot of great, you know, the Ewan McCalls of the world did it. You know. A lot of great songs were written by these songwriters who, right back to say Woody Guthrie, of course, who had all of these wonderful protest songs, or as you said, songs with just a social message in there. I think it's very, very important to write those ones as well.
It is, but it's also important not to be preachy. You know, you don't want to be preaching either.
That's true. That's true.
A bit of love and compassion and a bit of love and kindness, you know. Very fond of love and kindness myself.
You are,
Very
but I think, yeah, I heard that before about the Rynne family and the Moore family. That there's a lot of compassion in there,
Yeah.
in many different ways. You know, you talk about Christy and Luca, for example, are always there, ready to give a musician a leg up the ladder. For example, you know, every time I'd send a song to Christy, he'd always spend time replying.
Yeah.
A lot of men in that position wouldn't have to do it or bother doing it,
Yeah.
and that says a lot about people. It says a lot about Christy, you know. And of course, I've heard it on the grapevine about your family and about the Moores, of course. That's the word is on the street, and word is out.
The word is out. It's just the way we are.
That's the way you are.
Yeah.
The word is out. And does Davok still, your husband, still go down busking down at the?
He sure does.
Down at the Cliffs of Moher, does he?
81 years of age, and if the pandemic wasn't on the go, he'd be up there every day. He loves it. It's been fantastic for him in his retirement, because when he retired, he thought, "What am I going to do?" But he's always played his whistle, and he's a really good whistle player. And he loves it. He goes up to the cliffs most days, and would spend an hour up there.
Kind of busks for the tourists, does he?
He absolutely loves it. Loves them dancing around with him. Yeah, he loves it.
Isn't that amazing?
It really is. Yeah. And there's actually a very nice album that we made about, it must be nearly 10 years ago now, called The Humours of Ennistimon. We made it on a Sunday afternoon up in a studio in Ennistimon, and it's as fresh as a daisy. It's Davok and Christy is there, and Luca is there. There's about 12 people in the studio, and we did it over about 6 hours. It was fantastic. Really fantastic.
You had a bit of a jam and just recorded it all.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's actually on rynnefolk.com, just for your information.
I was going to ask you, that was my next question. Yeah, can everybody find your music and that particular album on rynnefolk.com? Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. That's also linked below, folks, as a live link in the info section. What was it like? I mean, going from a sort of a lover of music to suddenly you were a singer, a guitarist, and a songwriter, and suddenly you were on the Late Late Show singing a song you'd written about homeless people. That must have been some leap to get your head around that, no?
It took me a while, I have to say. It didn't take long, actually. It didn't take long because of the subject matter. Yeah. You see, I'm absolutely I'm just so upset, and I'm still upset about it. The fact that there are 3,000 or 4,000 children homeless in this December 2020
in Ireland,
in this rich country. It really, really annoys the hell out of me. So I that you'd hear all about the statistics. So many people here, so many people there, and no houses being built. And I was sick to death of not hearing the voice of the child. So I woke up one morning and I literally the song fell out of me. I wrote it, "Mammy, when are we going home?" And I sent it up to Christy, and I sent it to Barry, and I sent it to people that I know. And then I got a call from the Late Late Show, which, as you know, is a huge television show here.
Yeah.
And they invited me up to sing the song, and of course I nearly fainted. So I said to myself, this is not about entertainment. This is not about Ryan Tubridy, the host of the show. It's not about Anne Rynne, the singer. It's not about that. It's about homeless children. And I maintained my focus on the children, and that got me through it.
And that got you through it.
Yeah.
Still nerve-wracking. Terrible thing. How many thousand did you say homeless children in Ireland?
Between 3,000 and 4,000.
3,000 and 4,000. See, that's ridiculous. That should never happen, as you said, in this day and age.
Oh my God!
In this day and age, and that should never ever happen. A sad state of affairs, you know.
It is. The world has gone crazy, Dahi. The world has gone crazy.
That's just powerful. You must look back at that and go, did that really happen? Is that almost a surreal thing?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. But there was a huge reaction to it,
Huge reaction to it, yeah. I remember it.
And interestingly enough, there were two young girls on, maybe young teenagers on speaking before I sang the song. I never met them, and what they were saying was exactly what was kind of in the song. They're missing their room. It was just very interesting, very, very interesting.
Heartbreaking stuff. But as you said, as singers and songwriters, we need to shed light on all of those issues, good and bad. And I
For
think,
sure.
what we're doing is great. And as you agree with that, but it's
Yeah.
a very important part of, as you said, without being too soapboxy and preachy.
Yeah.
But we're still in a great position as entertainers and people who write songs or sing songs to get up there and go, look, this happened,
Yeah.
and this is happening,
Yes.
and have a rethink.
Yeah. Because there's nothing like the truth, Di. There's nothing like the truth.
There isn't. Some people don't like to hear the truth,
Yeah.
Again, going back to Christy Stardust song, another one that comes to mind where
Yeah.
certain people in power don't like to hear
Uh-huh.
the truth.
Yeah. And nothing changes there. Nothing changes there.
And nothing changes there in no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Teresa is just saying there that it's a beautiful song from the situation of a choice point of view. And Jim Page from Seattle just tuned in there as well. He went up. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. Jim Page is watching us. How are you, Jim? Thank you for tuning in. And another important fella here who's asleep on the couch, but he's with us now. Mr. Davo Rynne.
Look at
Leon. You're out the old Sagosha.
How are you, dog?
Hiya, mammy, he says, with the green heart.
Yeah.
How are you, Gosson? Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. The best is yet to come. You didn't miss a thing. You didn't miss anything. Sure, you can watch the replay. It's all right. I was late for his poetry hour this morning too, so I forgive you. It's all right. I forgive you.
Yeah.
That is Anne's son Davog, folks, by the way, and that's Davog's website there. Check out what he's doing, and maybe have a look at his Patreon and give him a bit of support as well. He's down in Lyon in France, or near Lyon in France. Davog Jr., great whistle player too, and he's a fine whistler. He's a fine whistler.
He sure is.
I'm not just saying that because he's gawking in now.
Well, I just said there's nothing like the truth, man.
No, like that's right. No way. Absolutely. I'm going to put you on the spot now and see because the internet is quite good where you are right now, and your voice, your speaking voice is coming across very well, and I know that you're a brilliant a cappella singer as well.
Okay.
So if your guitar is beside you, give yourself a note, and maybe you'd sing something naked voice, and tell us a little bit about it before you sing.
Can I tell you about it after I sing it?
Of course you can. Of course you can. But what we're going to do is have a little song. I'm going to sing a song for us now, folks. Just a bit of order, a bit of hush now, lads.
There now, lads.
Bit of order now. Camera down there now, lads. The singer. I'll put you on full screen. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. Porrick sits in the garden in under the bright new moon, and from his fiddle he coaxes a sad, sweet tune. I love the tune he's playing and wish it was for me. I know it's for the birds away in the apple tree. Sure, every night they peep from under their mother's wings to hear the silvery music his wee dark fiddle sings. For them he's always playing, has ne'er a thought for me. If I go out, he wanders away from the apple tree. I know he loves me dearly, but he loves those wee birds too. He sits with them at night and plays his fiddle through. He stays with them at evening, and oft times does he roam. Some days I fear with all my heart he never will come home. Porrick sits in the garden in under the bright new moon, and from his fiddle he coaxes a sad, sweet tune. I love the tune he's playing and wish it was for me. I know it's for the birds away in the apple tree.
Wow. Kabula Bus.
Thank
Wow,
you.
wow, wow. I'd never heard that before. That's a beautiful song.
I adore that song.
Wow.
It's a song that my darling sister Eilish used to sing many years ago. And she was here the last time I saw her. We were having dinner inside in the kitchen, and as per usual, will you sing us an old song, Eilish? And she sang that, and I said, I'm going to learn that song. I hadn't heard it for such a long time, and yeah.
Wow,
It was written in 1897 by a man called Jean Larcher. It has quite a classical feel to it, but I don't know. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Is that like, so? Was that the first time you heard it? When?
No,
was it in the family a long time?
Eilish has been singing that song for years and years. But it was a long time since I heard it. Yeah.
Gorgeous song. Yeah. The melody, as you said, very, very classical.
Yeah, but that's all right.
And Irish folky at the same time.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You must have an awful amount of songs in you. I mean, stuff you've learned over the years before you even, wrote songs or before you learned songs on guitar. Did you have a big collection or just kind of party pieces?
Really, to be honest with you, Dahi, I didn't. I was very busy. I had 5 children at a very young age, and Devoga is my number one child. I'll have to say that quickly. He's not my favourite child.
No matter what age he is, he's your number one son.
I love them all. But yeah, I had children very young. We were very busy. Davok ran his own business, and music didn't play a huge part in what we were doing until we moved to Clare, I suppose. And then as the years went by and the children left, and suddenly I find myself playing a guitar and Davok is playing his whistle, and it's just life is just fantastic.
Yeah. It's as you said, it's a great buzz. What a joyful thing to have, as you said. Just whether it's just in the house around the fire or
I'll be forever grateful for the wonderful gift my parents gave me. Yeah.
And I'd say Davog is just as grateful for the gift you gave him. He's you have to get the ego on him now. Look, the favorite. It said no.
That's why I qualified it, because I knew he'd jump on that.
Yeah, I did too. I knew he'd be straight in. Now you have it said, as Barney Reynolds used to say. There you are now. That lady. Sorry, there was a comment there as well from Diana from Seattle as well.
Okay.
Another Seattle viewer, amazing, wonderful. People are watching from all over the world.
Yeah,
absolutely. Enid is also watching as well. Thank you, Enid. Just another beautiful comment and compliment. I lost you, she said hello, but thank goodness I caught the end of your last song. It's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you can watch this back at a later time as well. Of course, it'll be here for posterity or for posterior, as we say in Ireland. It'll be here for posterior. So feel free to watch it back after we're done. And so what else is going on with you? I mean, I know you were saying, of course, you have a huge passion for that issue of homelessness in Ireland. There's a lot of course, plenty of issues to be worried about in Ireland. And you said earlier on when we were doing the sound check that you also got involved in a course that was to do with racism, digging out racism and figuring out what that's all about. What did you mean?
Yeah, it's a course I'm doing with the Clare Women's Network, and the title of it is Whiteism. And the woman who's the facilitator of this is a woman she's actually a singer-songwriter. Her name is Sharon Murphy. She is a Black Irish woman, and she is facilitating this course. And she gave it the title because I wasn't aware of whiteism as a word.
All right.
It speaks for itself. Racism, whiteism. And, you know, it has really floored me. It has completely floored me. I am 72 years of age, and not once in my life did I ever have to consider the color of my skin. Not once.
Absolutely. No.
Like, hello.
And we forget that.
And yet there are black people all over this world who can think of nothing else because of the way they are treated. And this has got to stop. It has got to stop. And white people, we all have to shut up and listen. We really do. There is an amazing video online by a woman called Kimberly Jones. It's like a 7-minute rant that she does on the street. I think it's Atlanta. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I saw that during the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. I think the title of it is "We Cannot Win Because We Own Nothing." We have to shut up and listen to the Kimberleys and listen to all these amazing people. Help them. It's really, you know, the world has gone crazy. But anyway, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm working on that, and I'm finding it very, very interesting, and I'm learning an awful lot about this world that we live in. And we need to change. We really need to change.
Yeah, I'd say it's a huge eye opener. And is this this is a women's group in County Clare?
Yeah. I've been involved with them for a long time. I was chair of it for a good few years, and we put on a festival every year. It was actually on last week online, a festival of feminism, and love it. Brilliant, yeah, great bunch of women. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. And you do the odd concert for them as well? We just sing a few songs.
I always sing at the festival, and yeah, I'll sing anytime. Anywhere.
Anywhere, anytime. Yeah, I well believe it. I'd well believe it.
Before I'd be afraid of my life, but no. Oh, by the way, this is one of Vogue's pieces. Can you see it? I'm wearing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vogue makes gorgeous stuff down there. He makes great jewelry, Celtic themed stuff. That's beautiful. See, you're going to give an awful big head now. First of all, you're saying that he's your favorite son, and now you're saying he makes great art.
If he tells me others, I'll be in terrible trouble.
What did you like most about being in France, being in Lyon? I'm sure you're a well-traveled woman anyway, but when you were out there.
Not particularly well-traveled.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I haven't been to France for a long, long time. I'm kind of got off the idea of traveling. I don't think I'll ever get on an airplane again. The world isn't too...
You're a bit scared about the flying situation, are you?
I'm not scared about it. I think we all have to learn to live with less. I think we all need to listen to Greta Thunberg. I'm very fond of Greta. And I've written a song about Greta called Listen, Learn, Listen.
Have you? Is that recorded yet?
No.
On the way. Like what the song is called?
Listen, Learn, Listen.
Listen, Learn, Listen.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's for Greta.
Yeah, for Greta.
Beautiful.
What a marvelous young woman she is. Oh my God. Wonderful. Yeah.
Joan is saying he does make wonderful jewelry. His head's going to be his size by the time we're finished with that.
No talking to him after this.
Yeah, we're not talking to him. No, he'd be like, please watch me Maz broadcast. Watch me Maz broadcast. Yeah, you know what he's like. But he does make great. I'll have to get one off myself now. In fairness, he's making lovely stuff. What I wanted to ask you as well before I forget was you talk about enjoying the writing process. What is your writing process like? Do you like to take a lot of notes first and then try to create a song, or do you need the guitar in hand?
No, I usually start by writing. And it's usually kind of in the middle. It's funnily enough in the middle of the night for whatever reason. I take up a pad and I'd start just putting words down, and I might have a subject in my head that I want to discuss with myself. And for example, I'm doing a song on racism at the moment, and which is proving to be difficult, but because I have a lot to learn, I need to do a bit more research before I can really get at it.
Fair enough, yeah.
But for example, the Mammy song, the other songs that you played, the two songs that you played, they both fell out of me. They just happened.
Just like that. Yeah.
And there is another song on my second album called Bernadette, And I wrote it because Bernadette Devlin, I don't know, you'd be familiar with her,
I
wouldn't you?
love Bernadette Devlin, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you
Bernadette,
want to give us a background to Bernadette as
Yeah.
well, feel free, yeah.
Just for those who wouldn't know, Bernadette
Yeah.
Devlin was a fantastic activist way back in the late 60s, early 70s, up in the north of Ireland. She would have been one of the leaders of the civil rights movement, and she's a great heroine of mine. I've great time for her. And just before I went out to launch the album, went out on the stage, Barry said to me, Bernadette Devlin is in the audience. And I
Oh no!
oh my God. So I was telling people about. I met her afterwards, and it was such an honor and a privilege to meet her. And I was telling people about it afterwards, as you
Yeah.
do.
Of
And
course.
somebody said to me, "Who's she?" I said, "What? You don't know who Bernadette Devlin is? Oh my God!"
Yeah.
So that very night, I sat down and I wrote the song Bernadette, and it fell out of me as well. I think if you feel something a lot, it'll happen.
Yeah. I think that sometimes the best songs happen like that. And
Yeah.
have you ever experimented with or co-writing? Have you ever
I sure
written
have.
with other people? Yeah.
Yes, I have, and I love doing it. I really like collaboration. There's a young singer-songwriter in Clare called she's actually a Kildare woman. She's from Kildare,
Yeah.
but her parents now live in Clare. So I was over with them one morning, and Sarah was there. And when I was
Sarah Ryan, of
Sarah
course.
Ryan, yourself and myself write a song. She
Yeah.
actually went to the same school that I went to in Newbridge,
Isn't that amazing?
with about 100 years between us.
I'm going to say not at the same time, but
Yeah, definitely not at the same time.
Sarah was on the show as well. She did a great interview with me here some months
She's
ago.
gorgeous.
Gorgeous person and
Gorgeous.
a wonderful songwriter. Yeah.
Yes, she sure is. And there's a woman now who knows about issues and who sings about issues. Very fond of her.
Absolutely. She's not shy about it.
Yeah. We wrote a song together called Sit and Sing about an old woman and a young woman.
Yeah. Which one were you?
I was the old one.
Age is only a number, and as you well know.
It's only a number. Yeah.
You'll keep doing this till the bitter end, will you?
You're not going
to
no, yeah, no.
reach a number and go stop.
There'll be no retiring for me, no.
Too many world tours ahead and stuff to be. It'll be difficult.
I don't know about the world tours now. Don't know, but I tell you one thing for nothing in this pandemic, in these days, technology has really shone. Amazing.
Yeah. It has. The streaming thing has taken off as well, of course, for obvious reasons. So many great. You get to discover so many great artists through the streaming thing, even though, of course, it got to a stage where it was almost overkill. But yes, I know what you mean. So many people who never streamed either have learned how to do it and have sort of got into it as well.
And for us to be able to see our grandchildren, because we can't actually see them.
That's right. And to be able to just turn on Skype or
Zoom every Zoom. That's very, very, very good on the old Zoom now. And we do the Zoom and see the kids, and it's just lovely. Davogue's twins sang a song for us this morning. We usually do it on a Sunday morning. And
he serenaded you from that. Fabulous. And this is the absolute upside of things like Zoom and Skype, the technology where you can almost be in the room with loved ones. Yeah, especially, as you said, especially in these times. Chris was saying in Germany that Bernadette is also known over in Germany by those who cared about the subject. So absolutely, she cast a long shadow. Indeed, she did.
Yeah,
Bernadette Devlin.
She's still casting a shadow. She's still working very hard up in Coal Island in County Tyrone.
Good on her. Good woman. Yeah. So before we say good luck, the time is flying as it always does in these things. But a couple of things I want to ask you. You will have another album coming out eventually at some stage. You have no date put in it, have you? Or
kind of working towards it. I will. Yeah, next year. Please God. Please God. God and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. So
yeah.
Have you actually started recordings or just?
I haven't started recording, but I have about 10 strong possible songs.
Beautiful. Will
go on a new album. Yeah. A couple of covers and a few of my own. Yeah.
Yeah, but I said, you do cover so well. The last song we're going to play now is a cover, and if I'm right, you were like you leapt over your wall. You're right. 70-ish years of age, you leapt over the garden wall of a neighbour and into the bushes to sing this song. Is that something on my close?
Grove of trees next door. I've kind of promoted it to a forest. It's not quite a forest, but it's beautiful. Just beautiful. And
So that,
the song is written. Will I tell you the story of the song?
Please, yeah, absolutely do.
So I was, you know, the way before you go to bed at night, you'd be going around all the channels trying to, in case you were missing anything. So I came across Jules Holland program. Later was Jules, and there was a young woman there called Courtney Marie Andrews from Phoenix, Arizona, and she was singing this song called "Honest Life," and it's my all-time favorite song. I love it. I sing it every day. I love it.
It is a gorgeous song. It's a knife. It's powerful. It is, and very relevant, as you said. You know, to today and how we're all trying to live.
Yeah,
it's just a beautiful song, and I'm very happy that we could get it up here just for the. I know it's your dear daughter videoed it on her phone and managed to send it to me to put it up here today, just so we can play it back.
The sound can be great, but it just bear with it.
Exactly. It's just a little windy on the phone, but that's people will get the message. And of course, if you are watching these songs back, folks, just so you know, YouTube tends to compress these songs, so of course we want you to go and find these videos yourselves to watch at home on your own systems, in case it's a little bit compressed here, as usually tends to be here on YouTube. They're only sort of a sample of what, as best quality as we can get out through the internet, you know. So in case people are
teasers.
Pardon?
Little teasers.
Little teasers, yeah, you know, but the songs they usually come across pretty well, but sometimes they get a bit squashed. So I hope people will go to your website, rynnefolk.com, and go to your YouTube channel and find these songs themselves, because they're fantastic songs. They really are, and you're a fantastic woman, and we you are, you know, in fairness, like you are inspirational woman. You've inspired a lot of people. You sing great songs, you write great songs, and you know, of course, you and I hope you'll continue to do that for us, because you do it to a very high level, and I'm very, very happy that you could spend this hour with us here.
Oh, I'm delighted. I'm thrilled to be asked. Absolutely.
No, it was great. Absolutely, indeed. And I want to wish you and your family a very, very happy Christmas and a very safe and sound 2021.
And right back at you, man. And a big hug. Big hug.
Big hugs.
Yeah.
Big hugs back to you. And when the dust settles.
Everybody who's watching. Lots of love.
Yeah. Thanks so much to everybody who tuned in.
Stay safe and stay well. Yeah.
If you had one piece of advice to give to anybody over 50 or 60 about their lives, what would it be?
If you ever had a go on you to go and learn a song, or play a guitar, or play an instrument, or paint a picture, or write a story, please do yourself a favor. Go and do it. Turned my life around completely.
Beautiful. Hang on there. I'll say goodbye to the folks, and we'll have a little chat backstage after this. Thank you so much, Anne, and a very happy Christmas and New Year to you. And look, we'll see each other when the dust settles in County Clare.
Good man. Thank you so much.
We'll do that. There you go, folks. The absolutely wonderful and talented and beautiful Anne Rynne, all the way from County Clare. And absolute pleasure to have her on the show. Absolute pleasure to have you viewing the show as well. And for all those gorgeous comments that are coming in and still coming in from Seattle to Germany to wherever you're watching from in the world. It's always great to be able to have such a lovely community here. Mighty Mammy, says Davog. Absolutely, Mighty Mammy. I'm going to get through a couple more comments while we play the last song. Thank you all very, very much. I'm back here again, I think the following Wednesday, the 16th of December. We're going over to Bulgaria. I hope you'll come over and join us in Bulgaria. We'll be talking to the man from Carlow, Jamie MacDonald, here on Raving with Rua. So all going to plan. Once I get this loaded up, we will finish off tonight's show with a lovely cover of a song called Honest Life. And like I said, Anne leapt over a neighbour's wall into the forest, sang this song. I don't even know if the neighbour allowed her in there, but sure, look, that's her business. Enjoy the song. Thanks a million to Anne, and thank you all very much for joining, and I'll see you next time on the next Raving with Rua. Look after yourselves.
All I've ever wanted is an honest life, to be the person that I really am inside, to tell you all the things I did that night. Sometimes it isn't easy to live an honest life. All I ever needed was a little more time to grow, time to understand the things that I know, to listen to you lovingly instead of getting up to go. Some people need a little more time to grow. Right when you have it all figured out, life throws you another doubt. My head's up high, I've nothing but time to work at living an honest life. All I ever asked for was a way to understand all of life's lessons the best way I can. How to be honest, how to be wise, and how to be a good friend. Some things take a lifetime to fully understand. Right when you have it all figured out, life throws you another doubt. My head's up high, I've nothing but time to work at living an honest life. Right when you have it all figured out, life throws you another doubt. My head's up high, I've nothing but time to work at living an honest life. Oh, the bird song is just gorgeous.